Oh, it's right. It's on there.
It's black though.
It is. It just says it'll be again in a few moments.
If it's live, then why can't we see?
This will be.
What? That's so weird.
What if it's my phone though? Maybe
No, but I think it's almost like this is me.
Oh.
You're the guy.
No, but it's like we gotta switch that.
Wait. Oh wait, it's on. It's on. It's on. It's playing right now.
I just heard you. Do you need to?
Okay, turn it down.
Turn it on. Unhook from that.
Okay.
Can I turn it off for my phone? I mean,
You just turn it.
manually.
It just took a second to get it warmed up.
Showing from the other way too. Right. It's a little behind.
I think that's probably okay.
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 You got the list of stuff, items?
I have it in my head.
Okay. So I'm on with you.
Oh Lord. Go ahead and do a little intro.
Intro. Okay, well, hello. Hi. My name is David Wallace. This is my sister, Kimberly, or Kim Lee for short.
He's the only one I let call me that.
But Kimberly Ward, happy birthday to her anyway.
Thank you. Yeah. Thanks, brethren.
And we're in sunny Bloomington.
Yeah.
Before we were in Chicago. So snowing very nicely outside. But we're here talking about, last time we were talking about like single things and just trying to like stay up to date, you know, as we are all kind of single and there seems to be like a increasing pool of single people. Like, you know, just want to talk about what we've been dealing with or what we think or what we see, and just sharing our own personal thoughts. I mean, I guess that's really all it's about. And hopefully it'll kind of help somebody else. I know sometimes we'll have conversations and we really think it's like, oh, and that's a good point. Like we wish somebody else knew that, especially when when you see somebody and you like, yeah, they really could use this information now, you know, because I feel like we kind of developed and matured in our friendship and just in our perception of being single and our perception of like just life in general. So,
yes,
but.
That was great.
That was. Yeah. I mean, I guess that's the intro. So that's why we're here.
That was good. And I guess we did one of these talks before around Thanksgiving, and that one was on. It was kind of like an intro to us because it was about opposite sex friendships, and we talked about why we were doing it. You kind of just went over why we were doing this. But for those of you who I don't know out there, I'm Kimberly. Okay, me and David have known each other since we were wee little tots.
No, in a way.
Right, yeah. And
I used to beat her up.
No, he did not.
I probably did.
You might have. You probably
I was a bully.
You were. You was probably a bully. Were you a bully in high school?
No.
College?
No. You knew me in college.
He had a little bit of that streak in him in college. He's matured so much more since then, though. Thank you, Lord. But no, we've known each other for a long time, and I think that we love having these talks on the phone. And I think it was just it was time for us to just like every time we're on the phone, we start talking about like matters of the heart, which is what I call it. Like I was like, somebody needs to hear this. Like people need to talk about this stuff. Like this is stuff that we all need to talk about openly. And I think that the more we talk about, you know, I don't want to say issues, but I'll say issues, you know, affecting singles, I think the better off we'll be because you're not trying to figure stuff out on your own or just kind of like, okay, I'm going to keep this a secret. And then you end up hurt in some kind of way. So one of the topics that we're going to discuss today is the title of our show, The Friend Zone.
Yeah.
And that probably will take us into a couple different areas. I know we want to talk about how much do looks matter concerning choosing your mate or being chosen by your mate properly. And then also we want to talk about this one.
You got it right.
Oh, I did say what? No, I didn't. I don't think I put it on there. It's on the description. It's on the description on this video. So yeah, so you can follow along with that. And I mean, those I put on there and more because various things usually come up. Oh, I know what it was. Thirstiness.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that too. So yeah, so we're gonna get started. And y'all don't mind me. I'm trying to share this on Facebook and stuff, so don't mind if I'm looking at my phone a lot. Once I get this out there, but yeah, I'm gonna start with you, David. Let's talk about the friend zone a little bit. I guess one of my piercing questions is, like, okay, have you ever been in the friend zone?
I mean,
okay, well, don't get too personal.
No, I mean, no, I guess like, I guess let's clarify what the friend zone is. Like, yeah, because like I would say I'm in the friend zone with you, but it's not technically like what people or the world that now is calling the friend zone. Like the friend zone is like when you're in a position of being a friend with somebody, but you don't want to be there. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's like relational purgatory. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's kind of like, yeah, you don't want to be there, you know, but you're not really like not out of the picture totally, but you're not in all the way. Right. So like with me and you, I mean, yes, I'm in the friend zone, but like that's exactly where I want to be, and that's exactly where you want me to be. So it's not really like a issue. Have I been in the friend zone? If I have, I didn't know it. You know what I'm saying? Because maybe I wasn't, you know, trying to pursue that girl. So it was kind of, I guess I was cool. But I mean, every girl that I feel like I try to talk to, not to say that I made it with them, but at least I knew, you know, like, and usually you put yourself in the friend zone. Like, that's how I feel. Like, if you figure out a girl don't want to talk to you, then I usually just move on. Like, I'm not going to just sit around. Like, unfortunately, that might not be cool, but I'm not just going to be your friend because I feel like I still like you, and I'm going to just walk away. You know, like, that's just me. But to define it, I think that's what the friend zone is. I feel like the friend zone is when you're in a position where you probably like somebody, and then you probably want to be more than that, but you kind of just have no choice but to settle for the friendship because you really don't want to like completely detach from that person. So, I mean, that's really what the friend zone is. And I guess basically what we were trying to like discuss is like, how do you really know like whether you like in a genuine friend zone, like the friend zone where y'all just cool and y'all both cool with each other, or how you in the friend zone? Like, you know, you're in the friend zone when friendly like things happen and you get mad. You know what I'm saying? Like regular friend stuff happen and you get mad about it, you in the friend zone. You know what I'm saying? Like, we talk about that all the time. Yeah, like normal stuff. Like, Kim don't call me back for like 4 days. You know what I'm saying? That's friend stuff. Friends do that to each other. And it's not like, but if you in the friend zone, if you get mad about it, like if you get emotional, and it bothers you, it's because you probably wish it was something more. Come on now. You know what I'm saying? Because your mind is taking it like to the wrong place. So that's that. I mean, to sum it up, like real quick, like if you had to like just put a bone, I mean, we can give examples and stuff, but if you in a friendship and you get like irritated at friendly things, like your friend hug you sideways, like if you get mad at that, like you in the friend zone. Like, if your guy don't remember your birthday or remember something that you change your hair up and he don't say nothing, you in the friend zone. Like, yeah, that's the friend zone. Like, I mean, that's basically what it is. Like, that's when you're in the friend zone. That's when you know. I mean, but I don't know. Maybe you can give some good examples. We talked about like giving food, like bringing food to people, all kind of stuff. Right? Yeah. And I think that also you have to be careful, especially like I think that girls, you know, not to say that guys are not emotional, but women, we have a tendency sometimes to have more of that like nurturing, okay? And so like sometimes we have to be mindful of like how we do things for people, like, you know, just like you said about bringing food to people or something like that. You know, check your intention of what you're doing it for. Would you do that
The ocean's so fun. See, we have a studio audience today. We have the ocean in the background.
Everybody says
Say say hey, girl.
Hey, everybody.
Don't get shy. Don't get
You
shy.
hear that British? No.
But yeah, just like make sure that your intentions are right. You know, are you doing something for someone simply because you like them? Or is it really a friendship and you okay with that? Or are you trying to get something out of it?
That's a good point.
So yeah, just check your intentions. I've had to do that many a times. Oh, okay. Sorry, I got a text message. But yeah, so yeah, keep going. I'm sharing this on
No,
Facebook.
I mean, but like that's a great point. Like, check your intentions. Like, if you do something and you saying you're doing it as a friend, but your intentions is like to get somebody attention, like you said, do it like change your hair up or putting like some new perfume or cologne on,
right.
or bringing dude food. Like, oh, as a friend, you don't have some extra. If you don't get extra excited about it, or you'll never hear about how good or bad it was. Like, I mean, that's something. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you really got to check yourself. Like when you enter into like those friendships, you know what I mean? Because you might not always get back like what you want. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yes.
I mean, because there's been plenty of times, like, I'm sure things that Kim has done that if it was like in a like relationship situation, like you don't be letting stuff slide. You know what I'm saying? Like the 4 days no call, like that would be a problem.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like that could be like a potential, like, I mean, because you don't allow your mind to go places when you just cool with people.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why they ain't coming back? Like they mad at me? I mean, like it's so amazing too, like how I think you can take being in the friend zone, a genuine friend zone, versus that you could take like a good friendship and just kind of like try and apply that same heart and that same mindset towards like a relationship. Because I feel like you give your friend like all kind of leniency, like, well, maybe their car broke down, like, or maybe their phone went out, like, or maybe they got busy. Like, I've seen people, and this happen all the time. Like, say a guy call a girl at work, but she busy, she at work. You know what I'm saying? And like, as a friend, if I call Kim at work, you know what I mean? Or if she called me and I'm like, I'm at work, it's nothing. Right. You know what I'm saying? But you get like more selfish when you enter into a relationship. Right. Because you be like, well, I want to talk to you, blah, blah, blah. And then say, you know, Kim dated somebody and she hang up on him because she had no choice. Boss was walking in, blah, blah, blah. Then it's like, that's a blow up. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Versus a friend would be like, oh, like, I'll talk to you later.
Right.
It's like, yeah, you at work.
Well, I got a question. Okay. What do you think about when people may be in denial that they're in the friend zone?
Ooh.
So, like, you know, maybe there have been signals given. There's been blatant, you know, hints given, but they really think that it's like this is a go. But it might very well be just being in the friend zone, like from a
like, give me a good example, like a situation to explain blatant, I guess.
Okay, well, I got one. Okay, let's say that I like someone, and I mean, you know, I shouldn't be pursuing them, but let's say if I, you know, I'm trying to get his attention. Like, okay, you know, I'm trying to invite him out to stuff, invite him to dinner. Let's go to the show, or let's do this, let's do that. And he is always busy, okay? Or quote, he's always busy. And I'm just saying, like, I guess, you know, is someone always busy, or is it just that they don't? I mean, I think that you find time for what you want to make time for.
That's true.
And then now you very well could have a very busy lifestyle, working. You know, you work 2-3 jobs and have other commitments and stuff like that. But let's say that I do like this person, and you know, I want to spend time with them, but they always seem like they're busy. They always want, you know, or even if we do hang out, they want to hang out in a group. They don't want to hang out with just me by myself. Let me think of something else as an example in that.
Yeah, because you can kind of get deluded. I feel like that happens a lot with girls too. Like, you know, like, oh, well, they make up stuff in their mind. Like, if you only want to hang out in a group, well, you know, because he's so safe. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he don't want to be alone with me, you know? Like, you know, I mean, that stuff happen. I mean, it's kind of hard. Like, but I think a lot of times, like, God will give you, like, signals, like friends. You know, like friends will tell you like, nah, girl, like I don't really, dude ain't really feeling you like that, stuff like that. So
Yeah.
it's kind of, I don't know. You just gotta really listen. Yeah, like you gotta listen, pay attention, like to the signs. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, I just wondered that. I wondered how.
So like as like I guess a guy, I've never like been in the friend zone, but like my heart goes out to like dudes that are in the friend zone, like because I feel like it's just I don't know. I guess just me as a guy, I feel like as a man, as a man, there's like black and white. I feel like the friend zone was more so designed by, I can't say it was designed by women, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if a girl don't want to talk to me, I'm sorry, I don't want to be your friend. Like, that's just me. What? Why you laughing?
If a girl does not want to talk to you, you can't just be okay. If this is a girl that you're interested in. Yeah. Okay.
Now, if I'm not interested in her, that's different. You know what I'm saying? But if it's a girl I'm interested in, I'm
right.
I
just wanted you to
see you.
That,
you know what I'm saying? I say hi, but I'm not finna be like, oh, you want to come over and just no, I ain't finna. I'm like, no, you ain't finna get the benefits of being like potentially more than my friend, like.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or if we start off as friends and then it like grows into liking me and she don't like me, most of the time, I'll hold that in. You know what I'm saying? 9 times out of 10, I'll probably just hold it in.
Okay.
From a girl's perspective, have you ever been in the friend zone?
I have. I've been in the friend zone before.
Now, okay, well, because I don't want to get personal, but like,
for it.
Well, like, I think you've been in the friend zone, but sometimes people put you in the friend zone, like, not even trying to, because they still, like, from a girl's perspective, they got too scared to really, like, go at it. That's a whole different story.
Right, that's a whole different story. But, I mean, the experiences that I have been in, I've not been in that one time, but I think I've been in the friend zone maybe at least twice. I don't know. Maybe with guys that I liked or something. I mean, clear. I mean, now I think that with maturity over time, it's kind of like, okay,
whatever.
Right. But I think probably back when I, wasn't as mature and, of course it hurts. It doesn't feel good because you're thinking like, oh, well, maybe there is something. Okay, no, there's nothing there. Okay, maybe not. But then it also just comes back. Looking back on it now, I still had to go back and think about like, okay, well, Kim, are you even still friends with those people now? So were you even friends with them to begin with? To be,
right.
You know what I mean? Like I had to check my own intention about why I was even friends with them, because it probably was just me, just like, no, I just want to get close to you because I like you.
Right.
It wasn't really that I want to befriend you and whatever.
So would you say like friend zone is like somebody that their real intention is that they like you, but they don't want their intention to be disclosed by if they don't get what they want, just walking away. So they like, I gotta commit to this friendship now because of that. And maybe that kind of flows into like thirstiness. Because I feel like if I'm stuck in the friend zone, I'm thirsty. Like that's how I feel. That's how I would feel. Like, I'm just kind of lagging around, hoping, that a girl would like, let me in. I'm like, she walk over me going in the house every day and then like just leave me outside in the cold.
And that's a scary place to be because, it's kind of like, okay, think about, the analogy of using thirst. Okay. If you're thirsty thirsty for something, like I could be thirsty for some water. So once I find, like I could be really thirsty, like have not had any water for let's say 2-3 days or something. I'm really thirsty for some water. So when I finally do get it and that thirst has been quenched, it's like, okay, now what? Would you go another, you know what I mean? Like what's the follow-up after that?
Right.
Will I even, you know what I mean? Like, do I still desire water or do I just want it for that moment?
Right.
That's
kind of like lust and temptation.
Yeah.
Like when you get it, you be like, did I really want that? Like it's like I guess I've heard women say like, I don't really do like a whole lot of grocery shopping, but like you should never shop when you hungry.
Yeah, it's so true.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you're really hungry, if you're really thirsty, you probably shouldn't really make a move because you might just go for whatever.
Oh, we got a comment from a viewer.
Okay.
Let's go back for a little bit to just in the friend zone part. They said sometimes people would rather be in their world than be without them.
Mm-hmm.
Gladys Knight said that. They said, and then they said, meaning that they would rather be with them in any capacity than to not have any connection. It is lopsided, unrequited love.
Yeah, that's thirsty to me. I mean, that's like the essence of thirsty. It's like, dude, if ain't nobody, I mean, unless it's like a guy versus humanity type deal, like, and even then, he cut you off at some point. Like, it's like, I mean, how long can you just go like that? Like, just.
Do you think that kind of borders on the topic of settling then? Meaning,
friend zone is a settling.
Yeah, just kind of like, if you'd rather just have them in your life in any kind of capacity, anything, as opposed to.
Well, that's side chick stuff.
Oh, Lord. That's side chicks.
Yeah. I mean, that's
true.
I mean, it's the same.
Yeah.
It's the same type of.
So you just take that for what it is and just say, okay, I'll be happy with this. But the reality, yeah. Speaking of side chicks, do you remember that song by Mary J. Blige, No Happy Holidays? You remember that?
I remember you talking about that song.
And they was playing it on Christmas. And I tweeted V103. I was like, y'all real bogus for playing this side chick song. They retweeted me too. But yeah, I thought that was fun. I was like, that's so sad. No happy holidays. Don't be a side chick. Sometimes people don't even need a side chick.
That's true.
I've heard stories of that before, where they really think they are the main person, and they're the person's living a totally that's not even here, but a whole different life. Was married, had kids, everything. Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. But yeah, enough about that. We'll talk about that maybe another day about singleness. But yeah, so thirstiness. I'm trying to think of like I've seen thirstiness from women.
How does that look?
Okay, I'm not gonna be too personal.
Oh yeah, I can't say that.
I'm not gonna be too personal.
I was about to give a real recent example, but I couldn't do it.
But I am going to say, David, I'm gonna bring you up in this case. Okay.
I'm gonna exit right now. You can still see my body.
This is the one thing that you, as having an opposite sex friendship,
it's one of the best things.
Oh yes, it is, because they're
the best wingman, man. Like
you can pick up on stuff. You be looking at stuff like, no, okay, you talking a little too much to him. All right, let me see what's going on. And it's not. I am protective over David, but I don't think I'm overprotective. I'm protective over you.
No, because there's been people that you're like, oh, I like them. So
right.
And I mean, likewise,
right.
So yeah, I mean, I think it's within reason.
Yes, but I will say that I have seen a lot. I've seen a lot of things. Even as even when we were first becoming like really close in college, I would have girls try to befriend me to get close to David. I would see girls like, oh, you should give me a drumming lesson. You should teach me how to play the drums.
Oh, yeah.
No, you don't. Okay, no, you don't want to play no drums. Okay, but whatever. Or just you can just kind of pick up on stuff. Girls, we have our ways. You just be balanced. Be balanced. You can. You just don't have to. You don't have to linger on to every word and every. You can just kind of sit right. Theos is doing this in the background.
I mean, and I think like guys respect like a girl that's just kind of like living her life. You know what I'm saying? Like for me, I'm more of a hunter, like by nature. So like, I'd rather chase my food. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I don't want the deer like standing in front of my scope, like, hey, check me out. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, be a deer. Like, like go do what you do. I mean, that's just kind of the approach. Like, you just standing right there, like laying down, like, all right, just take me away. And it's like, I mean, just be a deer. You know what I'm saying? Like,
hashtag be a deer.
Yeah, man.
Hashtag
Hunter's
be a
rule,
deer.
like,
I love it. That is so true.
But I think a lot of girls now, they kind of like, man,
I mean, like, I even see that, like, it's so funny, without getting too personal, but it's so interesting if there was someone that was interested in me currently, really, Theosha, you know, okay, I did have someone that was interested in me recently. And so I always thought it was really interesting how it came about, because I was the total opposite of thirsty, okay? I was not trying to be up in his face. I was not trying to, you know, this and that. The ocean was there. She could tell you. She was there. And yes, you over there. You know, it was, and it's so interesting how things kind of came about, because you think I kind of saw some other things of people that were trying to get his attention, and I'm just like, okay, that ain't you know what I mean? Like, it really was just that I was living my life. Like, I was not wasn't thinking about dating anybody, definitely. I was just trying to do what I was supposed to do, go home, you know, et cetera, living my life, like David said. And that's what I think sparked interest at that time, is just living your life. Like, you can't be focused on you know, just being up in their face. Like, that's like, what?
I mean, because it's kind of like, I mean, guys are real keen on that. Like, they might act like they dumb, but they really keen on, like,
right.
They real keen on, like, a girl trying. I mean, now a dude that just be trying to, I mean, you gonna track somebody that's gonna, that's gonna try and, like, you know, hit it or something like that. Yeah. I mean, he'll go for that all day. You know what I mean? Because that's I mean, he's trying to get his numbers up. So, I mean, he gonna T-ball. Like, that's just like, he don't care. Like, he just knock it out the park. Like, that's easy for him. But like, a guy that's really trying, he rather like he wants somebody that's productive, that's doing something. I mean, not to say that you can't, like, look nice and you don't want to look like a bum, because, I mean, he gonna overlook you.
It's true.
But, like, if you look nice, I mean, you cordial, you nice, and you, of course, say hi, but no lingering highs, like, hey, you know, like, right. One of those.
Just like fishing for conversation.
Yeah, like, so
where'd
you get this sweater from? What do you mean? You gonna buy this? Like, like, for who? Like,
yeah.
I mean, it's just like this type, like that type of stuff, like.
And so I think that most, I wasn't gonna say smart guys, but most guys would pick up on that kind of thing. Oh, they pick up on, are you really talking about something, or are you just trying to
connect,
right, in any kind of way. In any facet.
And then you got, so you got the kind of like, okay, so you got the kind of girl that's like just open, like wide-eyed, like looking around. Then you got the girl that's eyes closed and like they acting extra stubborn, like on purpose. It's like a deer running extra fast. Like, dude, I cannot catch you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then when you finally do catch them, then they just like, I don't know. It's a weird kind of dance that you kind of got to do. Like,
what they do when you catch them?
They open up too much. Like like a girl trying to act like they, like, I don't know, for me, like a girl act like.
And this is the stubborn girl. This is extremely stubborn.
Like, right? Okay, yeah, like say like I've seen girls and like I'm trying to look at them. Like, I'm not looking at them sexually, but I'm like trying to create like an opportunity, and they like purposely like looking off and what are you doing? I'm like. I don't have to like tap you on your shoulder and be like, and then it's like when you, and if you go through all of that effort, because some girls, I feel like they emotionally, they need that to feel validated. Like, oh, if this guy jumped through 1,000 hoops for me, then blah, 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 whatever. And if he do, then it's like, they kind of be like, oh, like they just fall apart. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's kind of like a balance. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you see a guy, you ain't got to be like, you ain't got to just be, I don't want to look at you and you already looking at me. Put it like that. Like that's kind of like, you turn around and you're like, I was waiting on you. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then, but at the same time, you want to kind of, you know what I'm saying? Like, if he look at you, don't like look away. Like, just, hey, how you doing? And then keep it rolling. I don't know. That's kind of how
it does work. Yeah, it works. But
like, what was that? He's like, oh yeah. Yeah, that worked. Oh yeah. I'm just saying.
Some things like that do. It does work. Not saying being stubborn, but yeah. I've done that too. I'm not being stubborn. But sometimes, I think I've done that to someone before, like intentionally.
What, like kind of like make them chase you more, kind of from a.
Probably.
And I think like the best thing is like when you.
I didn't know you was here. Oh,
I mean, and the best thing is like if you operating in like Christian, like just morals, integrity, the Bible, it's gonna automatically put your game on another level. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I mean, it ain't like if you living biblically, he ain't about to get none. So you already in a way kind of like creating that chase. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of natural. Like, and if you ain't extra thirsty, then it's gonna naturally he gonna have to like it's gonna force him to have to engage you anyway. You know what I mean?
Key.
So
that's true. You talked about something about you hit on looks for a second. What did you say?
Oh yeah, I guess we need to talk about looks.
You tagged it for a second, and I could not.
Like looking bummy, like girl.
Right. Yes. So we also were gonna talk about how important, or what was it? How much? How much should looks? Let me finish it.
What?
How much should looks affect you choosing your mate, or who you being chosen by?
And
I like the way I word that, because I didn't like how I was saying, you know, how much should looks affect, you know, because I shouldn't be doing the choosing.
True.
But, you know, I can make a choice in who's choosing me.
Yeah.
And how much will looks affect that decision? Okay.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe we should just like guy perspective, girl perspective. Because
okay.
You go first.
And this girl perspective. Okay, I'm not speaking for all of it.
I mean, speak this girl's perspective. I would also ask you speak on perspectives that you have seen from other women.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I will do that. I will say that I think that they're often with women, I think that it also comes from like it's a little more like a little more of an emotional or mental thing. Like, if you can get my attention through conversation, you know, if you can keep my attention, you know, through just interesting things that you do, this and that. Like I look at stuff like that before, well, not I shouldn't say I look at that, because clearly if I see a person, I'm gonna say, oh, he's cute, like, oh, he's cute, or oh, okay, he all right, you know. But as far as like, you know, actually building a conversation, building, you know, some type of rapport with that person, I don't know. I guess I've just always just kind of been like, you know, I need you to have more than just looks. I'm sorry. I need you to have, you know, you could be cute, but I need you to have personality there. I need to know, you know, that you have a standard. I need to know what you believe in, what you're trying to do. Yeah, I need to know all of that. You know, I don't want to know all that together as one, as opposed to just, oh, he fine, I'm just gonna give him a chance just because he's fine. And was saying that I have had conversations with many women that do feel like that. Like I know girls just like, oh, but girl, he fine. Okay, well, what? Okay, he's a drug dealer. Like, what do you mean? What? Okay, but you know he's in jail. Like, what do you mean?
He's in jail,
right? But you know what I mean? Like, I'm just saying. You know, I'm just saying. I've had conversations with women who really do feel like they you're late to the party, then you announce that you were late to the party.
I'm still late.
But no, like seriously, there has to be more than that. There has to be some other connection besides just he found.
But I don't. Okay, so
I literally have had a conversation with a girl who, you know, and she's had several relationships. Like back, I wouldn't even call them relationships, just kind of dealings with guys simply based on looks. She don't know nothing about them. I would start asking her questions like, okay, so what does he do? She might know his occupation. Okay, how many kids? You know, you ever married? Then I kind of go there. Then I go into, okay, is he saved? Do you speak in tongues? Like, who is he? She don't know none of that. She don't know anything about him. She's like, well, we're gonna go on on another date and find out, okay, yes, you can get to know people.
Oh yeah.
But you don't know, you done already put a heart attachment to this man. You don't even know him. Just based on the fact that he's fine. He has a 6-pack, he's light skinned, top really fashion. Just based on that. Like it's got to be more. It has to be more than that. So yeah, I'll give those two perspectives. Mine is more, I need a connection, a mental connection, as well as like, I watch what you do more than what you look like. So you could be real fine, but you can act real ugly.
Wow.
So I watch how you treat people, how you talk to people, how you talk to my friends, how you talk to the waitress when we go to dinner. That's key. I've watched that kind of stuff. You have to know what type of person that you're dealing with, as opposed to, okay, he cute. Because I'm just saying, looks are going to fade. True. And there has to be something else there that's going to keep things afloat.
That's true.
So that's all I have for right now. I mean, you go. I'll probably tag back later on. Let me go ahead and take a seat back while you go, because I know your perspective.
So I'm gonna tell y'all right now, looks is the only thing that matters. But I don't know.
Adjust some stuff to get ready.
Looks okay. Man, I don't even know. I feel like I'm kind of like in a weird place right now. I mean, because I've dated girls like looks wise that were like, I was like, man, look nice. And I mean the spectrum, I guess, as far as like personality and just attitude was kind of all over the place. Like some were like really nice, really cool. Some were like really nasty, really bad attitudes. And I agree with you, looks fade and looks aren't everything. But I guess the other side of it is that I've been like really cool with people that like from like a spirit, man, or even a soul level. Like, man, like I was like basically like in love with that person. You know what I'm saying? Like just like their personality. Like I'm like, man, that's what's up. Like that right there is like, ooh, you know what I'm saying? But I remember it was funny because like years ago, like it was somebody I was cool with. I'm still cool with them. But like I was like, man, I just really like they so cool. I really like their personality, and I was just like, but I am not attracted to them. Like, and I was just honest, like I'm not like physically, like I'm not unless like Jesus, you put like some spiritual Visine in my eyes and like change something else, like some
spiritual Visine.
I'm just saying, clean me up, a little cloudy, like, but like. And I was like, God, look, I was like, I would do it for you. You know what I'm saying? To kind of like express to the world like what true love is. It's like, loving somebody like, of course that like, like they like what they mind, they soul, like, stuff like that. But I mean, he did like the response I got was like, don't do it for me. Basically, I was like, basically like, you shouldn't like get with somebody just for me, because marriage is like a natural thing. It's like when you get to heaven, ain't gonna be no marriage. You know what I'm saying? So, and he was saying like looks do matter. Like they do. Like, I mean, you might marry that person for that, but I mean, you turn over in the morning, and look at them, and then you go to work and you see some girl that's extra fine, like you like creating a problem for your relationship. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta have some, like from a male perspective, you gotta have like a physical aspect that like draws you in as well. Because guys are very visual. I mean, I probably would have to put like it can't all be visual, because, I wouldn't, like a Kim Kardashian or somebody, I wouldn't never talk like she's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Or like somebody that I felt was fine, I wouldn't just talk to them just because they fine. Like, but I think what I have learned by like meeting these other girls that like that character, like, man, that like draws me in. Like, I'll be honest, like the character, personality, like the stuff that they express, like really draws me in. But at the same time, like the looks keep me from going over the edge. Like that's just real, like for me. And so as far as like being with them, I guess, and so it's kind of like, I think it's kind of it matters. I mean, that's my perspective. It matters, but of course you gotta kind of gotta find like a balance because I'm sure like I mean you probably wouldn't want to marry no dude that was like a who was sitting there. I don't know.
I can't wait for this description. This is gonna be good. Like a what?
I don't know, like Stephen Hawkins or somebody in a chair, like you know, just I'm just saying, like maybe, but I'm just saying, like, dude came up to you trying to spit game with the little computer and stuff, like he probably wasn't on it. Like, I'm just trying, come on, man. I'm trying to, like, I'm just saying, looks better. I'm trying to make a point.
David Alexander Wallace.
Oh, you gonna talk about full name? Ain't nobody know full name.
You're gonna be an author one day, so they will know your full name. But anyway, so.
But you get what I'm saying, Kim. This is what I'm gonna break the third wall up in this bad feeling. Like you understand what I'm saying, Theo?
Yeah, I mean,
Kind of.
Yeah, I mean, but why did that example just threw me?
Was it Stephen Hawkins?
It was. That's just.
I'm just saying.
Well, okay. I had a question. I done lost my train of thought now. Wait a minute. Let me go back. Okay. Let's say there's a girl that you have fallen in love with her personality.
Mm-hmm.
You just think that she's the bomb diggity.
Uh-huh.
Okay?
Indeed.
The turkey sausage and your grits. You know?
Is it cheese and grits?
Yes.
I don't like cheese in my grits.
She's also I don't know what else you like to eat. Salmon with your salad. I don't know.
Okay.
You eat pretty healthy. So that's how you okay, we'll talk about that later. But I'll tell you I'm doing chicken and fish for the rest of the year.
We're trying to figure out the name, remember?
Yes. Pollo pescatarian.
Yep.
So but yeah, so
word of the day.
Yes, polio pescatarian. That's the word of the day. Try to use it in a sentence today. You could say Kimberly is going polio pescatarian for the rest of the year.
And David
has already you did it for a whole year.
Yeah,
right?
I am.
Yeah. I am. And so okay, let's say there's this girl, like I said, she's turkey sausage and your grits. So she you just been, hanging out with her, you just really think she's really cool. But you said that you're not attracted to her. And or I shouldn't say you feel that you're not attracted to her. I don't want to take away any of your, anything from your I don't want you to feel I want you to validate in your feelings that you feel that you're not attracted to her. So
not
what
physically,
if physically attracted to her?
I am attracted to them in other ways.
Right.
But not physically. So
what if God comes and says, David, that girl's your wife? I don't know how God talks to you. He usually says to me like, girl, that ain't it. Okay, you need to be doing. But, David, that girl, Sally Sue, is your wife.
I'd be like, well, you got to do a work in me then.
Amen.
I mean, that's probably really what I would have to say, like, because I ain't, like, here, like, maybe here I might be there, but, like, here I'm not there, like, you know what I mean? And so, like, because I am visual, like, I don't know, you know what I mean? Like,
right.
I mean, and maybe one day I'll look up and I'll just see it differently. You know what I'm saying? And if that's the case, then it won't matter no more. It's kind of like what's that movie? He was dating old girl and then he had like a spell over him. It was like Jack Black and she was like really fat. But he didn't see that.
Oh, I remember that. I didn't like that movie, but
you know what I'm talking? Shallow Hal.
Yeah.
So it's like that. Like if I don't see it that way no more, like because my attraction is based off me. Like if I'm attracted to like really tall, like really skinny girls and the world think that that's ugly, I could care less. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what I'm attracted to. And so like if I become like attracted to her physically, like it really won't matter no more. Like, but that would be something he would have to do with me. You know what I'm saying? And the only thing I could do is ask for him to do that because I can't like squint and make it happen. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
right.
You're like, why are you always looking like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
oh God.
Oh yeah.
Really, David?
What
what
do you say?
So case in point,
anyway,
the point of it all is I don't even.
God would, I don't know.
I
You know what I'm
mean,
saying? Like God would have to do it.
Yes, and I
don't know
will give
if
you
that makes
this.
sense. I mean, I'm being honest. Only thing I do is be honest. Like,
ain't nothing wrong with that. Because actually, I mean, me and you've had conversations, and I know, plus I know you, so I know your character, and I know your heart.
And I would never talk to a girl just off of looks. Like,
thank you. That's what I was about to say. I would
never like.
And we've had those conversations where I know that you want balance, but I know that like you said, it looks a little better to you. This is what you say. It was your opinion. That's what you want. I mean, that's what you want.
And I mean, I feel like God knows that. You know what I'm saying? I looked at the scripture to try and like, I mean, you see how hard what's his name worked for Rachel versus Leah. You know what I'm saying? Like you see, like Abraham, his wife was like 90-some years old. Kings was still trying to get with her. So obviously, like looks like had a part to play in a lot of those different situations. So, I mean, you know what I mean? Like, and of course, looks is relative. You know, I might come in here one day and be like, "Hey, this my," they be like, "Hey, I thought you were in the looks." You know what I'm saying? Like, but that would be like what I like.
You have dated girls that I wouldn't necessarily say was your type, or at least there's one girl I know that you dated.
But do you think she's my type either? No. If it's the one girl I'm thinking,
it's probably the one girl you're thinking.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that definitely wasn't my type. But all the other girls you would say were probably like nice looking girls.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So like, but that was,
they all kind of look okay. They don't look the same. They didn't know.
I ain't know somebody
they had
else.
similar
I'm gonna say it. I ain't that person.
No, you're not.
But I mean, they all were similar. Like
yes, they. I think
brown. Go ahead.
This is what I can describe. Somebody, because I have had girls ask me what David's type is. We ain't gonna go there. But
what you gonna say? Not your type?
Yeah, I did tell them not you. But what I would say is, I think especially in the past, I think that you've gone for a lighter skinned girl. Usually thin frame, but they have like. Okay, not too descriptive, but like not too super skinny, but like regular skinny, I'd say.
Okay, I don't know what that regular skinny is, but
I mean, like,
I know.
Okay, okay. What else would I say about them? See, I didn't really get to know. All I saw was like physically, and the two people I'm thinking of.
Yeah.
Okay, so they were very similar to me.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, they kind of had similar skin tone. One of them, she had longer hair probably, but both natural hair.
Yeah,
so yeah. I don't know. What else were you about to say about you?
Okay. I mean, that's pretty much it. Like,
it's probably somebody gonna watch this taking notes to see what your type is, but
I've changed since then, guys. Total opposite. Weaves only.
Really?
Just playing. That was a joke because I do not like weaves.
Well, I know you don't. I know you don't. I love them though.
Whatever you got, girl. Even if it's this, rock it. Rock what you got.
I'm just saying, rock what you got. This is what I got.
Rock what you got. I'm all about that.
But yeah, I don't know if I have a type. I think mine has. Really?
It's changed, but I mean, it's still kind of been like you like kind of like little like nice like kind of bear kind of size dudes,
like a teddy bear.
Yeah, you kind of like those kind of like
that
size.
Is true.
Usually
That's
like a
true.
Decent height, like at least like decent height.
I at least want to be able to look up at you.
Yeah, like decent height.
No,
usually they kind of have like a. It's like an outgoing and / kind of quiet personality. Like they kind of quiet, but the people that they really cool with, they outgoing with. Like,
that is very true.
Person like who else? Like what else? I would say who else, but
don't say who else, Al. Don't say
let me no.
But I mean, it's only been one, so I mean, it's only who else.
But yeah, I would say like that. I mean, as far as just like. And from that aspect type,
I would agree with that. I think you hit that spot on there. I think that's about right.
Kim, we done came a long way, right?
Thank you, Lord, for all you have done for us.
We had cameras inside of each other's cocoons as we changed. Like, yeah, we know where you came from. Like
Oh, look what God can do.
No, for real.
No, that's serious.
That's real. That's real.
That's very serious.
We might want to do testimony.
I
We
know.
should. That should be our next one. Like,
Yes.
what are our testimonies?
Yes.
Like, where are we?
Yes.
Where are we even talking to you? And where do we come
Yes.
from? You know, like,
yes.
'cause I should have like ghetto
might
twins
be.
right now. Y'all don't know what ghetto twins is. That's like when you have
Okay, so anyway.
yeah, babies, same age. I just wanted to let y'all know. That's another word. Y'all can learn what
Oh,
that means. And if you have ghetto twins, don't feel bad because God is a redeemer.
Lord. Amen.
And that's
God
real
is a
though,
redeemer.
seriously, because I mean, like I said, I should. Like, you know what I mean? So I think we should just probably end on that.
Right. That was a good place to end on.
You
That's
know?
good.
You know, just be encouraged.
Yeah. Theo, you got anything to say, studio audience?
This video.
Well, you can ask me a question. I mean, I don't know.
So like what I mean, like
I mean, what part would you like for me to?
any part.
Yeah.
Pick one. Friend zone, looks,
I do.
thirstiness. One of the three.
Okay, I will go with looks. I do think that looks are important to a certain extent. However, it is the personality that really gets me because, I mean, I have dated men who were not fine by any means, but I had great conversation with him. He made me laugh.
Not by any means.
What'd you say?
Stephen
Not by
Hawking,
any
I told
means.
you.
No.
Stephen
I mean, you
Hawking.
thought he was cute at some point.
No, yeah, I
Right.
thought he was cute,
But not like yo type. I understand. I mean, I've dated girls that wasn't like my type, but it was like something else that was like, man, you
not
know, that's-
someone that you would think walked out of a magazine and be like,
Oh,
"Dang,
I mean, how
girl,
many
he
people
is
you run into
smart."
like that on
But
an
I'm
everyday
just-
basis?
But I'm just saying, so it was just like somebody with just regular looks.
I was about to say, I'm sorry for you.
Yeah, regular looks. I'm listening to you.
Somebody with regular looks that but it was the way that he treated me. Like, so,
Wow,
okay,
okay.
so what was he about?
Right.
Like, was he actually able to hold a conversation or was
Mm-hmm.
he just on something else? And it was just like, no, I mean, the people that I was with actually gave me something that I wanted other than just to be seen with them.
Wow. Okay.
And so it was like, oh no, this is my trophy, whoever. No,
Mhm.
it's like they actually had substance. Actually was able to hold conversations in a group setting and people look at them and be like, okay, they know a little something about something.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Respected by his friends
Mhm.
and held in high regard.
Mhm.
So, it's just like a lot of people, looks do matter. Like you said, you don't want anybody that's just like, oh, I just rolled out of bed. Like every day, like you ain't watching
He's like every day.
but
5 days is max, man.
right, you on vacation. Okay, I'll give you that, but you gotta get it together at some point. But other than that, like I don't think that it's really important, and it's like I don't put a whole lot of emphasis on that. So it's just like I try to stay away from having a quote unquote type, because that gets you into the list, and that's where a lot of women fail because it's like if you don't meet all of these
Yeah,
criteria,
you're walking
and
past.
it's just like you are missing out on what could really be for you just because you're being overly picky about something that doesn't even matter.
Wow.
So it just really depends.
Okay. So hey, that's
Well, the list could be a good topic to talk
The list
about.
is definitely a good topic.
yeah.
Do you have a list?
I have one. I'll get. Yeah, that'll be next time.
Yeah.
Testimony how God dealt with me about my list.
I know you had a list.
No,
Oh, okay.
I got that one a little.
Amen.
It was real long too.
Was that back?
Check it
Wait,
twice.
was that?
Yo,
That was all I
Back
know
in
about
the-
that
back in
part of the list. I knew that.
Oh yeah,
I was like,
I was
really?
on 10, man. People,
Really?
everybody knew that though. Everybody, like, people, I was getting close though. I didn't to a point. Anyway,
Every time I go to Chick-fil-A,
I'm telling you, Polynesian. I wanted to be with a Polynesian. And I ran into, and it was a lady that she was doing like a little kids party, and she was teaching people how to. She was Polynesian. I was like, oh God,
it's
that's
getting
good.
closer.
I was for real. I was on that.
Maybe your wife is Polynesian. Who knows?
You know.
Maybe my husband's Polynesian.
Who knows?
Really, David? Really?
Y'all might want to.
Okay,
Baby!
we gonna wrap this up.
Bless the Lord. Oh, hey, wait. What are we gonna do? What's our sign
I
out?
don't know.
So-
We should do the British thing just because we going out. Just be like, and then we'll just, they from us and you.
Oh,
Good
right.
day.
Well, thank you for joining in for
It's so
David,
funny.
Kimberly, and myself, Theosha. Hope you enjoyed the chat. just really have a great day and really be intentional about who you're going to be with your actions. Make sure that even if looks do matter, that you take into account that what's really important in a relationship, and stop being thirsty. You know, it's okay to just not be thirsty.
And comb your hair.
And comb your hair every day.
Put a little makeup on.
And
Doesn't hurt.
just a little something.
Just
Mascara.
enhances your beauty. That's all.
All right, wash your face.
We'll talk about that another day.
All right, yeah, bye.